Dear students, in this video, we are going to discuss velocity time graph for uniform motion. Since we have to restrict our study to uniform motion only, so we will be discussing VT graph for uniform motion only. So first of all, VT graph or velocity time graph is a graph where velocity is taken on y-axis and time is taken on x-axis. Velocity is a dependent variable and time is an independent variable over here. Okay, so now if the object is in a uniform motion, this means it is covering equal distances in equal time intervals, or you can say that the velocity of the object remains constant throughout its journey. In that case, we say that the object is in uniform motion. So if this is the case, suppose the object is, there is some object which is moving with the velocity of 50 meters per second. So even after 10 seconds have passed, the object will be moving with the same velocity 50 meters per second. If the object, if the time has showing the value is showing the value 20 seconds. So even after 20 seconds, the object is having the same value of velocity, that is 50 meters per second. So in this case, the graph will be acquiring a shape like this, because after 5 seconds, it is still the same. 10 seconds, it is still the same. And when you will join these points, you are going to get a straight line which is parallel to time axis. The graph will be like this, okay, for uniform motion. But when you talk about distance time graph is a parallel line, is a straight line parallel to time axis only when the object is stationary. But velocity time graph तब होता है parallel line जब एक object uniform motion में जा रहा होता है, which means एक same velocity के साथ अपना entire journey traverse कर रहा होता है. Okay, so first of all, let us consider any two random points on this graph. Suppose this is some point C and this point is D. When you would meet these 2 points with time axis, suppose this is C1 and this is D1. Okay, so that you right now you can see a rectangle in front of you, CC1 D1D. Fine. So if you are going to measure displacement in this time interval only, ये छोटे से time interval में, see time corresponding to C1 is, let us suppose T1, because it is lying on time axis, so C1 must be having some time value, D1 also must be having some time value. So let me take it as, I'll take C1 as T1 and I'll take D1 as T2. Okay, so this is T1 and this is T2. So after that, displacement is uniform velocity multiplied by time interval. This is the value of displacement. What is that uniform velocity? It is V. And what is time interval? See, time interval is only this much. So this entire stuff is T2. This entire stuff is T1. If you would subtract this T1 from this big T2, you would get this much portion. So I'll write it T2 minus T1. But velocity V, this velocity V is a vertical value because vertical axis is representing velocity. So that is equal to C1C. So in place of velocity, I'll write C1C. For T2, I'll write OD1. For T1, I'll write OC1. This much time and this much time. So OD1 minus OC1. But OD1 minus OC1 will give you C1D1. Okay, so this is C1D1 and this is C1C. But if you will closely see this, C1C multiplied by C1D1, don't you think that this is the area of this rectangle? Of course, yes, area CC1D1D. So this stuff is equal to area. But आप find out तो displacement कर रहे थे. Eventually it is coming out to be equal to area. So we can conclude that whenever we are discussing the graph for uniform motion, see, we are discussing VT graph for uniform motion of the object, then the area under that graph is going to give us displacement. Okay, so this is how we analyze the importance of VT graph for a uniform motion. Next, we are going to discuss relative velocity. First of all, we will be finding out the expression for relative velocity. But before that, just see what is relative velocity. See, we often measure velocities, displacements, accelerations according to the observer. According to the observer at what distance you are, or according to the observer with what velocity you are moving. So this is a different concept. But relative velocity means when you people are having two objects that are simultaneously moving. Okay, so suppose what happens right now, you are having two objects. This object is also moving and this object is also moving. According to the observer, this object is moving at 50 kilometers with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, and this object is moving with a speed of 52 kilometers per hour according to the observer. Okay, but when this object would start comparing itself with this object, so according to this object, it will see that the other object is moving faster than it, of course, but it is moving faster than it by the amount of 2 kilometers per hour only. So this is known as relative velocity, which means the velocity of one object as compared to the velocity of other object. So how the other object will see the second one, okay, that is relative velocity. उसके हिसाब से कितना है, though according to the origin they are it is at 50, it is at 52 kilometers per hour, but when they will compare with each other, then they will see that the amount is not that much. Okay, so now we will be discussing relative velocity. Suppose this is origin, this is object number 1 and this is object number 2. Object number 1 and object number 2 are not lying at the origin, rather object 1 is situated at a distance x01 as compared to the origin, and object 2 is situated at distance x02 away from the origin. Now suppose this object 1 is also moving and this object 2 is also moving. Suppose object 1 is moving with the velocity of v1 and object 2 is moving with the velocity of v2. Right now you don't know which one is greater, whether v2 is greater or v1 is greater. Okay, को ये नहीं पता अभी. अगर v1 greater होगी, of course this object will pass this object and it will move further. Okay, so right now you don't know which magnitude of which velocity is greater. So now let us suppose that 5 seconds have passed. This means few seconds have passed when their motion had started. So after few seconds, this red object will be more away from the origin and this blue object will also be more away from this origin, isn't it? Of course, yes. So suppose after t seconds, when this body was moving with velocity v1, then this body got away from the origin by the distance x1. By the distance x1. And when this body was moving, suppose after t seconds, this body got away from the origin by the distance x2. Okay, so now I am drawing the same situation. Let's have a look here. This is the origin. Now few seconds have passed. This object has gone more away from the origin. This object has also gone more away from the origin, such that this distance now has become x1 and this distance from the origin has now become x2. तो अगर आपको इस x1 का एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट करना है, सो ऑफकोर्स इस x1 में वो डिस्टेंस तो कंटेन हो ही रहा होगा जो इनिशियल होगा. Initially, when the motion was not there, the motion did not start. Initially, the distance was x01. So, this x1 would be some x01 plus something. And this x2, which is the distance of the second object from the origin after t seconds of the motion. So, that x2 will contain, ये x02 तो उसमें contain होगा ही होगा ना, plus some additional distance contain होगा. So this x02 is plus x02 plus dash, fine. So I'm going to write it here. x1 as x01 plus something and x2 as x02 plus something. Now let's have a look at this plus something. So this something will be, of course, you know that this red object is moving with velocity, was moving with velocity v1. So how much distance it would have covered in t seconds? Of course v1t. So जो overall x1 distance हो चुका होगा, that will be this initial distance, this initial separation plus some more distance which was travelled when the body was moving. Okay, so and this x2 will be x02 plus v2t. Is it clear? So now you need to find the relative velocity. So every time you see relative velocity is always defined the velocity of this object with respect to this, not with respect to origin. Okay, so even if these two objects are situated x2 distance away from the origin and x1 distance away from the origin respectively, but what is the separation between both of them? This will be this complete x2 minus x1 and you will get the separation between both of them. So let us subtract x1 from x2. This will be x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1 equals to x02 minus x01. Okay, plus, so plus v2t minus v1t. Actually, if this is equation 1, this is equation 2, then I am performing the operation equation 2 minus equation 1. So this is v2t minus v1t and this is x2 minus x1 equals to x02 minus x01 plus t common v2 minus v1 t. So can you see that this x2 minus x1 is the relative separation between both the objects after time t. Okay, initially जब motion नहीं हो रहा था इन दोनों objects का, how were they separated? They both were separated by each other by this distance. And this distance was equal to x02 minus x01. Okay, but now when the motion has started, they will be separated from each other by the distance x2 minus x1 and this is the equation. अब जो x2 minus x1 है, let us denote it by simply x vector. When you would solve this, you will get some value and let us suppose that is x vector. And x02 minus x01, suppose that is x naught vector. Okay, and this is v2 minus v1 t. ठीक है, so this will be x minus x naught, take this over here, okay, equals to v2 minus v1 t and this is v2 minus v1. अब ये t को इधर ले जाओ, this v2 minus v1 equals to x minus x naught. Of course these are vector quantities except time, x minus x naught divided by t. So this is the expression for relative velocity. In exam, you people can be asked if there are two bodies A and B. A is moving with velocity v1, B is moving with velocity v2. Find out the expression for the relative velocity of the body A with respect to body B or body B with respect to body A. So this is how you will find out दिस एक्सप्रेशन. तो आपने क्या नोटिस किया कि रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी जो होगा वन ऑब्जेक्ट का विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द अदर दैट विल बी इक्वल टू द रिलेटिव सेपरेशन बिटवीन द बॉडीज डिवाइडेड बाय द time interval. This x vector, this was equal to x2 minus x1, which was the relative separation between the bodies when their motion started, and x naught vector was the relative separation between the bodies when the motion did not start. Initially जब वो अपने अपने positions पर थे तब उन दोनों के बीच में क्या difference था, that is x naught vector. And what is x vector? That once the motion has started, then after few seconds वो दोनों किस difference पर हैं, because obviously ये difference constant नहीं रहेगा. See, suppose right now they both are situated at a distance of 10 meters away from each other, but when these bodies have started moving, see, suppose v1 is more, that means this red body is moving faster. Don't you think that this separation of 10 meters will reduce? If v2 is more, that means blue body is moving faster. Don't you think that this separation would widen? इन दोनों के बीच में जो separation है, अगर ये slow चल रहा है और ये fast है, so this is relative velocity. This is the expression for relative velocity, and now we'll be drawing graphs for relative velocity.